Chris Brown is one of my favorite artists ever. Like, hands down, probably one of the best performers I've ever seen live.
Yeah, what did Rihanna do to him?
Literally, dude.
That one's asking that question.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, she initiated the fight. I'm not saying what he did is right, but...
What's up? Welcome back to the Chop Shop here at Good News Studio. Shout out to Nick and Corey for the dope studio setup here at Good News. We are here ready to chop it up with DJ Rain, a DJ, professional roller skater, dancer, break dancer, and just all around cool dude and hustler. What's up, Leo?
What's going on, man?
Not too much. How are you? How's your day been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just got done at the day job, grinding.
What's your favorite part about the day so far?
Honestly, man, just I was excited all day about this, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, man.
I was excited to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool because like I've been meeting so many people doing this, and everybody's been super interesting, and people just like have that like thing they do they don't even know anything about, which is fucking cool. So you've been knowing Corey for quite a while now.
Forever. I knew Corey since he was like a little shit.
Since he was a little shit? Now he's a big shit, huh? Oh, that's awesome. All right, so tell me a little bit about like who you are. So you're a DJ.
Yep.
What does that mean?
So basically, I think a lot of people like have like a very common misconception about DJs. They think they just play music, but real DJs create a vibe. They create atmosphere.
Hell yeah.
Where they are. They're not just playing music. They're also reading the crowd and kind of just like really like feeling out what people want to hear or what you think people should hear. And also another thing about DJs too is we're not only playing music, but we're also mixing music. We're combining different genres of music,
Yeah. You're
and
like a vibe curator.
Yeah,
you're like
exactly.
a buffet for the vibe.
Exactly.
You got a little crab, maybe you got a little bit of skirt steak, some weird chicken wings at the Chinese buffet.
A little shrimp in there,
You ever been in one of those shitty Chinese buffets where they have the chicken wings?
Yes.
Those are I actually low-key love those.
It's kind of weird though, because it's like you have all the Chinese food and then you come up and you're like, this is not supposed to be here.
Oh, and the fat fucks that can't fit their way out of the booth that like go to that side of the buffet and it's like chicken wings, like overfried chicken wings with feathers sticking out of them. It's some sort of weird like tan pudding that doesn't have a label. And then there's always like some sort of flan and then French fries, shitty French fries.
Yeah.
And there's just, the fat fuck was just sitting there just like, I love Chinese food. And then he's just there.
Gets there. Yeah. He's like, but I can't wait to get that.
Yeah. So you're like, okay. And one of the things Corey said to me that I thought was really cool is I was like, oh, can we like check out some of his music? Does he have a Spotify or a SoundCloud? And he goes, no, he only DJs live, which I think is cool. Talk to me about that.
Well, to be honest, I do want to start. I have a SoundCloud and I do have a Mixcloud, or not a Spotify. I'm sorry. I have a Mixcloud. Mixcloud and SoundCloud. Yeah. I have both. I haven't put any content on them yet because I'm actually in the process of learning how to produce music. Yeah, I'm actually in this program with one of my buddies. And it's called Tweak Music Academy, and he teaches how to produce music on I think it's Ableton.
Oh yeah.
So I'm still kind of learning the ins and outs of that. It's not like one of those overnight things. It's very complicated.
Ableton is tough. Shout out Anders Finkelson, great Ableton producer.
So I'm in the process of learning that. Once I get comfortable with that, then I'll start, putting content out. But yeah, as far as DJing, I do, everything is live. And
yeah. What's the decision behind going live? Because I like it. I think that's cool. It makes you more of a, not knocking what other people do, but the fact that your number one focus with you're driven towards going live before you were driven towards producing music, which kind of means like your number one thing is, like you said, curate a vibe, feel the audience, play off energy. So like what led you, it makes me feel like you're more of a musician than a DJ.
I guess you could say that. Yeah, I guess for me, I always wanted to DJ. I just was never confident enough to just go for it.
Okay.
So when I kind of like, I always kind of hung around DJs. I had a lot of influences, you might know DJ Speed, OG DJ, like really, really big in the DJ game. DJ WizKid, DJ Flipside, Bad Boy Bill, like that's a really big one. So I had all these inspirations.
Is when you were like coming up, right?
Oh yeah. And I mean, when I was coming up to like, not even coming up. This was before I even thought about like being in entertainment in general. Like these are all people I just kind of used to follow, and yeah, I don't know. I just was never like, I'm like, that could never be me. Like I could never do that. And then it's kind of like one of those things where like one day you blink and you're like, you're doing it and you're like, what the hell? What happened?
Yeah.
But behind doing it live, it's just like, I don't know. It's fun because like, I could go from like Drake to fucking Blink 182.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you get to do weird shit with it. And then if you do it well enough, you make people
people give you that look like,
yeah,
what the fuck?
That's like being a comedian and talking to like about AIDS or something, and like people laugh, and you're like, that must have been really funny because it was pretty fucking dark.
Yeah, exactly.
I must be doing a good job.
Exactly. That's probably one of the best things too about it is like you get to see like the reaction of people. Like you're essentially like
you get that instant feedback. You get that instant gratification.
Yeah, you're people watching, and you're like reading the crowd. But then you're also like just like waiting like for that reaction because you're gonna get it, like you get to a point where like what people like and you know what they're going for, you know what they're thinking, and before like someone can come up and run up and like ask you for something, like you flip it and they're like oh shit, never mind,
Yeah. You get to like, does that become like crack for a DJ at a certain point? Where you're like, I need the reaction, I need these, because I feel like that about laughs. Like I feel like whenever I'm doing something, I need that laugh, and if I don't get it, or if it's quieter than I think it should, I feel like I fucked up.
Makes you feel like shit.
When you're doing some shit, when you go from Drake to Blink 182, and the crowd's like, oh shit, is that like tonight was a good night?
It's a rush, yeah. It's awesome, but you also get that reaction where people are like. They're like, I don't know about that one, bro.
It can't be for everybody.
No. Well, and the thing is too, like, I something that my therapist told me, which by the way, therapy is like probably one of the best things anybody could ever do in their life. I don't care if you're a little kid or a full grown adult. It is probably the healthiest and best thing you could ever do in your life.
All right, we got to talk about that in a second because I went to therapy for not that long, but I had a different experience. But what did your therapist say? Sorry.
She said that basically that you can't always have this high. You can't always be up. You have to go down.
Yeah.
And then come back up. Because if you're always up here, then it's like, okay, what the hell's next? Like you need like that constant that wave,
Life needs a good lull every once in a while.
You need that.
Yeah, you can't live on the peaks of a mountain. That's crazy. There's no air.
No.
And then you can't go all the way down because then you're in the center of the earth or you're drowning. Mm-hmm. Yeah, both aren't good.
Yeah.
I went to therapy. So I went through a divorce last year, last year and a half. It's okay. I'm all right. But I went to therapy because my ex-wife made me. She was like, you're out of control. You need to go to therapy. And I was like, all right, fine. And then I went and she helped me make some really hard decisions at the beginning. But then after, I felt like she was just there for the drama. She was like, who are you dating now? This, and this. And I was like, I don't really know what I'm supposed to talk to you about. And then she ghosted me.
Your therapist ghosted you?
Yeah, she goes, I'm moving to Seattle. And I said, okay, should we do like online appointments? And she never responded.
Wow. See, okay.
But then it makes you question all the advice you got from them. You're like, did the last 4 weeks I just make crazy decisions listening to this person?
Hey, you know what? This is the thing too. Your first therapist is always not going to be the right therapist for you.
What do you guys talk about?
Everything.
Really?
I talk about.
My problem is I lie to the therapist. I want them to think I'm cool.
Bro, you gotta lay all that shit out there. You have to lay all that shit out there. You have to. Because look, they're at the end of the day, they're an unbiased opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's true, but like still I catch myself being like, oh no, I did that shit. Yeah, my taxes took care of that day one. She's like, anything outstanding in your life? I'm like, nope, it's pretty much handled.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe I got to overcome that, I guess. Yeah.
You like I said, you have to have the right one. If you don't have the right one, it's just not gonna work for you, honestly.
You know what my problem was? I would only talk to a hot therapist. And I need a dude. But I'm also like, is it kind of gay for me to just be talking to this dude about my feelings for an hour?
No.
It's not. I get it. It's not. But then when given the option, I'm like, well, I got to talk to her.
See, I rather spill my feelings to a female, personally.
Me too. But then I find myself attracted to selves. Fuck, we're just unboxing shit here. I find myself a little bit wanting to impress her or attracted to her.
I think that was my.
I need an old lady, huh?
That was my initial reaction to my therapist, because my therapist was
Kinda
on
bad.
The Bachelor.
Oh,
Yeah, she was on a season of The
give
Bachelor.
me her number.
Dude,
I want to go to your
crazy thing
therapist.
is, she's so good though. She's so good.
Yeah.
Like, she is the best.
She can fuck up my mind. That's okay.
Bro, this therapist made me feel instantly comfortable. The first session, chick had me in tears.
Really?
Like, dude, like I'm talking 10 minutes in. I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be like a little warm up session. I'll be good. Nah, dude, she had me like full on like waterworks, dude. And I was like, shit.
Do you do this online or in person?
Online, Zoom call.
Zoom call? You cried on a Zoom call? That's
Yep.
deep, man.
Yeah.
I've never cried on a Zoom call.
Yeah, it was crazy. And look, and even better, just to go back to your therapist moving. My therapist was in Chicago, moved to Tennessee, I think. Mm-hmm. Still see her.
Yeah, mine gave me some bullshit like, we can't do this anymore because more than 2 visits a year out of state is not good because you could kill yourself, and who am I going to call for help? I don't know where you are. And I was like, 1, I'm not going to kill myself. 2, I get it. You want out. Leave, lady.
Well, there is such a thing as they have like certain licenses in different states.
Yeah, I bet she was a low-level therapist.
She might have been, yeah.
Yeah, I needed like a high. She was like AA baseball. She was Division 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need a D1 or at least somebody who is on some sort of veteran contract. You know, maybe not the star, but like year 6, 7, still getting $750 a year.
You also gotta you gotta fill them out the first 2 sessions.
I need Cole Komet.
If
I want to talk to Cole Komet.
I need Dr. Phil.
What was that? You got to feel him out the first few sessions. Yeah.
I want to close this window because we're hearing like the train.
Oh, okay. Are we getting this on film? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh man.
This is Corey.
Yes.
Behind the
sir. I was
camera.
gonna say,
Corey's
I'm like-
ass. We're just adjusting some cameras. But go on, you said you got to feel them out the first couple episodes?
Yeah. Like the first few sessions, you got to kind of fill them out, and if they're not for you, you'll know right away.
Do
And,
you use an app?
yeah. What did I use? I think I used
BetterHelp?
BetterHelp. Yeah. I think
That's the one
what
I
it
know
was.
from all the other podcasts I listen
But
to.
I also got, this is the crazy part, I got referred to my therapist from my ex.
Whoa.
Yeah. Which
She
is-
went to the therapist?
She
saw her on The Bachelor and was like, this would be good.
No, she ironically got her too through BetterHelp, and then referred me to her because she thought she would be good for me, which she ended up being good for me. And I'm still seeing. This is 2 years now I've been seeing my therapist.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, man. I'm going to give it another try because I never talked to it about people. I never talked to it about it with people. But it's interesting to hear that like it works well and you like it. Because for a while I did like dumping all my feelings on somebody. Because like I'm like, I don't want to like dump on like people in my life. You don't want to take dumps on people you know.
Well,
It's too personal. It's weird. It's gross.
And they're also like they don't have an unbiased opinion either. You know, they're gonna they're gonna try and tell you what's gonna make you happy, you know, because they're good friends.
They
you know,
do
they're
have an
people.
unbiased opinion in that sense. Then yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
So my therapist, one thing that stuck out with her was she said, "You can tell me anything you want. I'm gonna tell you my opinion based on experience. That doesn't make it a fact, and that doesn't mean you have to do it. It's just what I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, sure.
You don't have to follow my advice at all.
Yeah.
I just want to, you know, I'm here to help you out and help you get all your feelings out.
Nice.
And I like that a lot because it wasn't like someone pushing you like, oh no, you know what, this person is toxic. You need to do this and that. Like it was like very like open and very comfortable environment that she created immediately. Off
Yeah,
the bat.
you felt calm. Yeah, feeling calm's important.
Because I was nervous as shit when
Yeah.
I was like shaking before my first appointment.
I went into one of my therapy sessions like really in the fucking heat of divorce. I had nowhere to live. I was like driving back and forth with my parents at the time.
Oh,
like
man.
it sucked. And I came in really upset one day and and she kind of like was weird. And then the next week I come in, I was feeling much better. She goes, "Glad you're doing better because last week you were a real bummer." And I was like, damn.
Yeah, that was not the right one for you, bro.
But you know what I felt? You know what? I took the good out of it. I did feel like it was tough love. I was like, all right, I got to step in a pussy and just deal with this shit. Like, she's obviously not the lady I need to talk to about this. Like, let me just go handle it in any way because it's better than not handling it. And I did. And now here I am years later talking to you, thinking about going back. You should give me that Bachelor girl's number.
I will. Dude, I've referred like 3 or 4 of my friends.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. You should start getting a cut.
I know, right? I'm like, can I get like a referral fee or
Yeah.
something? My tattoo artist actually goes to my therapist.
Yeah, you got a lot of tattoos, man. How many tattoos do you have?
Collectively, I probably have like over 50 at least.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
What are your tattoos of? I can't really see.
This whole
That looks like
sleeve-
Yoshi.
Yeah, this whole sleeve is all gaming. It's Call of Duty, Super Mario Brothers, got Sonic, I got Mega Man and Falco up here, I got Samus, I got Ghost from Call of Duty, I got Kirby, and the star from Mario on the back.
What's on your wrist?
Oh, it's a Super Nintendo controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this arm, I got Magneto, and I just got Dr. Doom back here. It's still healing, but I'm doing
see. How long did you get that?
like a week ago.
Oh yeah, you're still peeling, bro.
Yeah. So this was like my whole gaming sleeve, which was kind of like inspired by my childhood and like all the crazy shit I went through in my childhood. But gaming was like kind of what got me through it, and still to this day is like one of my outlets.
Not that I'm laughing. I don't know why. I just thought you were gonna say kind of inspired by gaming.
Yeah, by gaming. Yeah,
it's a little bit inspired by gaming.
And then this arm is dedicated to my artist, since he did like a whole cover up over here, which was awesome. He did such an awesome job.
What'd you cover up? Do you want to talk about it?
Oh my god, dude! It wasn't anything bad. Well, it was everything. It was bad. It was my first artist ever when I was like 18 years old.
Yeah,
and he did such a shit job. Like lines uneven.
So you weren't covering up something like you were like, I don't want people to see this.
Oh,
it was more like just bad art.
It just bad art.
Okay.
Terrible. Like really, really bad.
Sick.
So I dedicated this arm to him. I let him pick the idea, which was Marvel villains. So
Marvel Villains is cool.
Yeah.
Wait, so who do you have? You have Magneto, you have
and Dr. Doom.
Dr. Doom.
I don't know who we're doing next, but I know we're gonna put Galactus and probably Venom, maybe Thanos.
I was gonna say Venom would be cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
which is
man.
crazy because Venom is technically he's a villain, but then they make the movies and he's a good guy kind of.
Yeah.
Anti-hero. I don't know.
Do you have like a back piece or like anything else besides your arms?
I got plans. I don't know what I'm doing on my back yet. This is going to be another cover up, and my back's going to be a cover up, and then I have something on my chest also going to be.
You ready to cover up your back?
Yep.
You did something you don't like on your back?
Yeah.
Same artist?
Same artist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've only had 2 ever.
What made you go back after you got the first one and you were like, well, this is shit, do my back?
Well, like, I didn't think it was shit at the time. You
Oh,
know?
you thought
I'm
it
like
was, yeah, I get that.
18 or 19 years
Yeah.
old, I'm like, oh, this looks cool. And then, like, 10 plus years later, I'm like, fuck.
I have a friend who, when we were 16, got the Eye of Ra. You know what that is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got the Eye of Ra. Can we pull up the Eye of Ra, Corey? He's got the Eye of Ra tattooed here. But he got it, like, specifically as, like, a 16-year-old being like, I don't want to hide my tattoo by a sleeve. So he got it, like, right below where the sleeve goes.
Oh, no.
And it just looked bad. Yeah, that one, the middle one, that's what he got. And it was... kind of looked like that. It didn't look bad, but like how good could that look?
Right.
There was no shading or anything. But he got it here, and then he got a cover up of a bunch of octopuses and how do you say that? Octopi. It's definitely not octopuses. He's got a bunch of octopuses on his octopi. He had a bunch of octopi, but it's like half finished, and he just doesn't care anymore. Yeah, but shout out Igor and your bad tattoo cover up. But he also likes video games. He got a Kingdom Hearts tattoo.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know why he liked that game so much.
The game is infuriating, dude.
I feel like it was a phase, and he was like, I'm going to get a tattoo. The many... what?
The 3 plurals for octopus.
Oh. Did it say the many plurals for octopi?
Yeah, so octopi is the oldest plural, and then octopuses is also...
We're talking age of the octopus? Or are we talking, like, in history?
We're just talking about, like, multiple octopuses. What is the plural for
Yeah, octopi is the oldest.
octopuses? Is... the
Okay, so you weren't...
Octopuses.
You weren't off. Yeah, octopuses.
It could be octopuses. I'm not...
What about
Octopus?
octopus?
I'm gonna say it like that from now on.
Octopus. Octopus.
I'm gonna be in like a very like formal conversation of like, yeah, man, I saw these octopuses. They're gonna be like, what? Is that
It's
a real
not
word?
pussy, it's pussy.
The last one is octopodes.
Octopodes?
Octo what?
Octopodes.
I like
Podes?
that.
Like
It's
with
kind of
a-
like a node, like an
like
octopode.
A pod?
Yeah, it's like a group. It's like a cluster. A group of octopuses coming together, forming an octopode.
An octopode. Is that like kind of like Voltron or?
Yeah, something like that. They become more powerful.
They become more powerful.
That's
yeah.
what a giant squid is. It's an octopode.
An octopode.
It goes down into the abyss, and then the pressure fuses them together into an octopode.
That's what you get on your back.
Oh, fuck. Will
I'm
you?
not- Absolutely not. No. After hearing that story with your buddy, cover it up with the octopode.
Yeah.
Octopodes.
Well, the IRA he covered up with an unfinished tattoo of a bunch. I don't even know what the fuck I think it's jellyfish, actually, now that I think about it.
Oh.
I don't know what he's trying to do. We could call him, but he's not
Okay.
going to answer. He's got 2 kids. So you're also a professional roller skater.
Yep.
What is that?
So
Do you do like jam sessions and
it's a
shit?
very very loose like thing to say. Really, because like there's
Do
so
you do
many
like
different-
roller derby?
No, not roller derby. I do like
Do you get free tickets to the
it's-
roller
technically
derby?
it's called jam skating.
Jam skating. That's what I meant. Yeah.
So it's basically like a combination of breakdancing choreography on roller skates.
Oh, it's like the dance-offs from the '70s movies.
Pretty much,
before they
yeah.
do the cocaine deal.
Yeah.
Everybody's everybody's jamming out, and then cut scene to the bathroom. There's 2 guys with briefcases. One pulls out a gun. Can we pull up a jam sesh, Corey? It's roller skating too, right?
Yeah.
Do you get to pick? Yeah, roller skating jam sesh. Do you get to pick your music? Or do you
Depends,
skate
I mean,
to
it depends
their
on what
music?
you're doing. So if it's like a battle,
Oh,
it's random. You know,
Yeah.
you get any song. If it's like a performance, yeah, you get to pick your own song.
what do you? Are there competitions?
There's competitions. Yep, there's multiple competitions throughout the year, and there's a couple different organizations that hold them, or at least there used to be. There's not as many now, but it's still pretty big. Like I would say after I stopped going to a lot of the competitions.
What has this got to do with roller skating?
I think I've seen this guy. He
Does he talk
talks
about roller skating?
Yeah, he talks about roller skating and like how it was like when you were at the skating rink.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you still active?
So honestly, it's been a while since I've been roller skating, like at all, even just like going to the rink.
Is this music just to him? I think it's different, but it's funny.
I haven't been in a while just because my DJ schedule kind of took over
Yeah.
everything.
So DJ's like your main thing.
It's my main.
When were you most active as a jam skater?
Probably from 2006 to Now these guys are like a lot of what these guys do is called JB skating. So it's like a lot of like footwork, a lot of roll around the outside.
Oh, that's kind of cool. It's like
Yeah.
skate dancing.
Yeah, they're like, it's like we do like a combination of that, but like throwing some breakdancing, some hip hop.
So these guys aren't like. Have you ever been to Sparkles Atlanta?
Oh yeah,
Have you?
I'm almost positive that rink is actually closed. Wait, that might be the rink there was a rink that closed down. That was, I don't know if it was that one or not. Actually, yeah, that one is closed down.
If I went to Sparkles Atlanta, I'd be expecting a strip club. But I'd be
It does sound like a strip club too. It really does.
But I'd be pleasantly surprised at the jam sesh. What, it's the Jamskate.
You would be. It's pretty crazy to see like what people can like. And
How do we feel about this guy?
So this
the
is
halftime show. You could do the halftime show.
we did a bunch of halftime shows actually. And this is the crew that I did halftime shows with. They were basically the first roller skating crew to ever be on TV.
Damn.
They were on
Who is this? So this is history.
This is Break Skate.
Break Skate.
Yep, and they were on the very first season of America's Best Dance Crew.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. That's cool.
Yeah, so they were with the Jabberwockies and
The Jabberwockies.
Yeah.
Do you know who Graham Barrett is?
Graham Barrett.
It's so funny. Corey, can I give you something to type in?
Yeah.
Can you type in Graham Barrett, Graeme, Jabberwocky?
Oh boy, I feel like that. Is this like a real Jabberwocky or is he like?
No. It's just a funny. I fucking love this dude. I don't know really who he is, but he's so fucking funny. He does these divorced dads packs on
What? Say it again?
Jabberwocky, JAB, and then it's probably gonna come up. I don't fucking know. Jabberwocky. Keep going down. Keep going.
There, is it that one?
No, it's him in a car.
Would the dream be to DJ a roller skate pop?
That's a good question. You probably can't hear Dagny, but you just said, would the dream be to DJ a roller skate
Like
jam skate?
No. They're like a very specific like kind of music.
I think you just had it. Go back.
But there, I mean, I've been asked to
Like back.
like when I go down to Florida, my buddy
That
owns a
first
couple
one.
rinks, and I would probably do it down there. But
No, not this one. All right, fuck it. I'll find it later. We'll insert it in. But that's not really the dream. There's probably not much money in DJing the jam skates.
no, not really.
But would it be a cool two worlds colliding kind of?
Oh yeah, I mean they do have DJs. They
Yeah.
have DJs that like specifically do like.
They have DJs
jam
at
sessions.
strip clubs too.
They do.
Sparkles Atlanta
Yeah.
gets crazy.
Well, and like that's the other thing too. There's so many different kinds of DJs. So like
Yeah.
that's probably like a little confusing for people. You know, like you have club DJs, you have bar DJs, you have club and bar DJs are very similar.
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
most
yeah.
part. You have festival DJs. You
Yeah.
have concert DJs. So like someone opening for like an artist or or someone that plays like intermissions.
Yeah.
You have
Wedding DJs?
Yeah, wedding DJs.
Bar mitzvah DJs?
Bar mitzvah DJs, yeah.
You ever done a bar
those
mitzvah?
Would be, so like those, yeah, I actually do a lot of those.
Yeah, my people are fucking a little bit pushy with that shit. They love. Let me tell you. I'm curious if I'm correct. Okay, bar mitzvah DJ. There's some old 85-year-old woman who wants it to go her way, regardless of what anybody else said. She's usually the grandma. You play the cha-cha slide a lot. There's a lot of Earth, Wind, and Fire.
No. Actually,
No.
It's way different now.
Okay.
Way different, dude. So like now
Must be doing the Orthodox crowd.
these kids are a different breed.
Different kind of Jew.
Yeah, they're like these
You heard it
kids-
here. He called Jews a different breed.
These kids love gangster hip hop and rap.
Oh, really?
That's the shit they want to hear. They want that like
That's what the Jews are into these
if
days.
saw
That's
a mitzvah
relatable
now,
for them.
You really wouldn't recognize it. It's like
Yeah.
a concert, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of Travis Scott.
A lot of Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of like EDM
Trying to think what a
mixes.
13-year-old would like. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they.
Can we get Charlie XCX Boiler Room set?
Oh man, dude, that's probably what a mitzvah would look like. Honestly, it's crazy. Like the production of a mitzvah is insane now.
It can be. I remember like mine. We went to the JCC Community Center and we got to run around the gym for 45 minutes for free.
yeah, no, it's
and we
different.
ordered pizza. Dude, I see some of these now. I went to a couple too growing up. I had some rich friends. Dude, they would like take you down on bus shuttles. They would rent out like now it's Tao, but I remember back in the day it would be like Castle or Excalibur or something.
Yeah.
Rent out these massive clubs and fucking throw parties and cater it. Like it's like a wedding. It was like 50 grand.
Yeah, they drop money on these mitzvahs, dude, and these kids.
I'd do them if I were you too. That's crazy. Yeah. They drop money on these mitzvahs.
They drop money on these mitzvahs.
That's
bro.
so funny.
Some of them are more expensive than weddings, dude. And
Yeah,
the average
I believe
cost of
it.
a wedding is like 50 grand.
Yeah.
So like, just imagine what they're dropping on this kid's one night, dude.
Yeah. Because that's fucking nuts, dude. Mm-hmm. Not my kid. Fuck that shit. We're gonna have a JCC run around the fucking community center. Bar mitzvah.
Yeah, you're gonna have a field day like.
That's what mine was, and honestly, it was the most fun. We had basketball and dodge. We played basketball and dodgeball for an hour. Ordered pizza, and then I think my dad like made an ice cream sundae station. He got like a giant thing of vanilla ice cream, and then some peanuts and M&Ms and like a chocolate pump. And like we were like, this is the greatest thing ever, because we were like kids. We found some like wine in the fucking community center fridge. We got drunk, you know, drunk as a 13-year-old. We had a couple sips of wine. We're like, I think I'm feeling it. That dumb shit. But yeah, that's fun, man. That's cool. You probably make fucking bank doing those.
Oh yeah,
I would do those all the time.
Yeah. I mean, dude, in my opinion, man, we should make even more.
Yeah.
And I think as the years go on, we will. We'll make more and more. Prices go up.
Hell yeah.
Bottom line.
What do you think about mainstream DJ scene right now? Because I feel like there's just, every time I'm on TikTok, there's a fucking new DJ I never heard of, and they never touch the board, and they just do this, and there's like 9,000 models behind them, and I feel like DJs are having a moment right now, but it's all the wrong DJs.
So, something I'll say about like today's DJs, there you have to do a lot of weeding, because there's these kids that, you know, like came onto the scene when, you know, when COVID hit, and all these DJs who were doing it full time, like, kind of had to they had to find regular jobs. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably one of those people. I've only been doing it for about 4 years. So like,
oh really?
Yeah,
that's cool though.
Yeah, it was just like timing. It was really timing. It wasn't meant to be.
You got into it in the heart of COVID.
Yeah, right. Like it was
business
crazy.
is booming.
It really was. It was crazy, because like I'm like, you know what? If any time is the time, it's now. And I mean, there was some other factors too, some other personal factors, but I just kind of was like, I'm just gonna go for it. But to go back to what you're saying, yeah, there's a lot of DJs that are really taking advantage of like the social media platform, and people are like, oh yeah, these mixes sound great, but like, are they really doing stuff? And I will say that a majority of them are probably recording their set and then playing that set in their clip,
but
and
it's
then
still
just getting
their
hyping up, you know?
set.
Right, it's still their set. Yeah,
But they're not doing it live.
not doing it live.
Yeah.
Right now, there are DJs that do it live, and I feel like they don't get.
By the
enough
way, you said
recognition.
doo-doo. I just want to call that out.
They do it
Yeah.
live, but I almost feel like they don't get enough recognition. You know, like people don't appreciate the real art of DJing, scratching, and the way they blend things, and
because a lot of it feels like, to me, like I feel like when I watch these things and I see like my purview into it via social media, it feels like that's the baseline, like a decent set. Doesn't have to be great, but then the rest is like, we're gonna watch hot models behind the DJ as they do this, and then they're gonna go try and run a mile the next day and talk about how hungover they are. Talk about someone specifically. Can we pull up John Summit DJ set? I want to know what we think of this guy. Because he keeps popping up on my shit.
he's like, what could I compare him to, like popularity wise? He's like, oh man, he'd be like Drake and Taylor Swift combined for the EDM scene.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's everywhere. Is he a real DJ?
He's a real DJ.
So he's legit.
He makes really good music too.
I like that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a really, really talented dude, and he's pretty young too, actually.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering if he was for real, because like I know girls like him, and like, look, this shit. It's all models except for that one guy who's clearly funding this with his house. Like, how else do you get in there? There's 900 models and some random white dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so this is a perfect example of like an EDM DJ. He probably recorded his set.
Okay.
And he's
because
playing
right
this
now he's
live.
not doing nothing.
Right. He's not doing anything, but he is interacting with the crowd, which I mean, people like that, and that's another big part of DJing that some people kind of miss, is being able to work a mic and being able to interact with the crowd. And the third thing, which is going to be very controversial, is taking requests. So,
I mean, this guy can't take requests. He's fucking DJing a Miami beach party.
Yeah, those people are there specifically for him.
I said beach. That's clearly a cartel mansion, but yeah, I get it.
It does look like one, low key.
What else is that? Who else owns that?
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. And who's to say they didn't just bring that in for him for his set?
Yeah. Oh, you think this is a house?
Yeah, that's nuts.
It's cool though.
That would be a goal one day to be able to do something like that.
Yeah. Oh, to do that?
Yeah.
There's lots of goals to derive from this image.
Right? Yeah.
That's okay. So John Summit's legit. Can I have you type in another? Are you typing somebody? Who's this? Oh, Kyle Gordon. Yeah, he's funny as shit when he's like, "We will end racism."
I was looking, trying to find that kid that I've sent it to you before, Leo, but it's that kid that he matches Creed and Taylor Swift.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, yeah. What was his name? I don't remember.
I have seen that guy on TikTok before. Like matchups that shouldn't work, and it's like some shit like that.
Yes. But he makes it work.
He does, and it's kind of cool.
It's crazy. I like stuff like that. I like when people they experiment with stuff like that. I want to be able to see. So the thing for me is I have all these ideas, but it's so hard to even test things out because my week is crazy. It's Monday is my day job, go to the gym. By the time I get home from my day job in the gym, because I live an hour away from my day job, it's already 8 or 9 o'clock at night. And I'm okay, cool. I'm kind of ready to game or chill before I go to bed. And it's the same thing. So Monday through Wednesday, that's my schedule. And then Thursday, I'm in Indiana DJing for a club.
So you have residencies, regular spots you go back to.
Yeah, absolutely. Indiana, I DJ this club in Indiana. It's called Neon Cactus. It's probably one of the biggest clubs I've ever DJ'd at.
Where in Indiana?
It's West Dundee.
Okay.
Or West Dundee. God damn it. That's where I live. West Lafayette.
Oh, West Lafayette. Yeah.
So it's
as long as it's not Gary.
It's literally walking distance to Purdue. So all the Purdue students come.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I did a getting out of prison show in Gary, and it was the scariest thing I ever did.
Getting out of prison show?
Yeah, they didn't tell me what it was. They booked me to do this private event, and I'm getting there, and I get this phone call after I've passed the Skyway, and they were just so you know, don't make fun of anybody, just do your shit. Probably need you to do an hour. And this is a year in. And I was I don't have a fucking hour. And they were just do crowd work. Just talk about people. The music's going to be loud anyway. We're going to be drinking. I was is it somebody's birthday? And they're no, our friend just got home from prison today. And I sat in the car and stared at the floor. And I was do I do it?
Oh my God.
I did.
You did it?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Actually, they were really, really nice people.
Were they?
Yeah. But it's just a scare. One, I don't like going to Gary. Crazy shit happens over there. It's happened to me. And two, you feel that's Mecca for crazy shit, getting out of prison show. But they're actually really kind, nice people. It was a horrible show on my part. That's not an environment for comedy.
Right.
And especially for somebody who's 1 year in at the time, I think nobody took the gig.
Right. That's so crazy. I don't even know what I would do in that situation. Somebody hired me to DJ for a getting out of prison party.
Yeah.
I'd be what do I play?
Yeah, exactly. What do I don't want to piss him off.
Yeah.
Do they have music in prison? Did he listen to this? Did he get beat up to this?
No, name that playlist right now. You play some P.
Diddy.
No.
Play some Diddy.
Maybe some Jay-Z soon.
Did you hear what Jay-Z did?
No.
So somebody attorney, I can't even talk. Somebody's attorney named Jay-Z as an accomplice in this sexual assault of this 13-year-old. And Jay-Z said publicly, he goes, this guy's clearly trying to get paid. There's no evidence. If you have evidence, take me to court. If you don't take me to court in the next week, which I'm asking you to do, I will be countersuing and fucking your life up for dragging my name through the mud.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. Good for him.
Yeah. We'll see if he takes him to court, but if he doesn't, he clearly doesn't. What's he going on? Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, man, because people are already trying to talk shit about him. They're we're not gonna play his music, and I'm dude,
yeah.
I still play R. Kelly. Fuck off,
dude. I fucking love
that. Look, someone said it best. They said their music career and their personal life, two different things, dude. Two different things completely.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, at some point you have to separate the art from the person, but at some point it goes too far. Like there's not a big market for like Hitler's dog paintings, you know? I mean, I'm sure they're worth a lot, but it's not like people are like, oh, is that a Hitler?
Yeah, right.
Is that a Picasso and a Hitler?
Like,
but
how would you feel if that was like hung up in somebody's house? Like,
I'd just be happy the Nazis didn't have it. I would sell it and donate to some Jewish fund. But I do agree with you. Like, I fucking love I Believe I Could Fly. Doesn't even sound like an R. Kelly song. Like, the fact that that's him is crazy. Mm-hmm. And, like, I'm not going to not listen to Ignition at a club or a strip club, you know?
Right? Dude, it's so funny. People will come up to me and I'm like, hey, can you play R. Kelly? Like, can you play?
Yeah, they'll whisper
Step
it.
to the Name of Love. I'm like, yeah,
hey, I'm not
shit,
weird,
bro.
but
and I'm like, what? Somebody gonna say some shit to me? Like, nah, dude. Like, no, come on. Like, I don't get. Like, I get it. He did some fucked up shit. I get it. It
song
is
still fucking bangs.
Songs still bang, bro. They still go hard. It is what it is. Same thing with Chris Brown is one of my favorite artists ever. Like, hands down, probably one of the best performers I've ever seen live.
Yeah, what did Rihanna do to him?
Literally, dude.
That was asking that question.
Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, she initiated the fight. I'm not saying what he did is right, but listen, that's just what it is, and people might not like that response from me, but I'm not supporting what he did. I'm just saying, like, you can't hate the dude forever, dude. People make mistakes. He was fucking 18 years old.
You could still listen to the music. Is the main point, I think. Like, regardless,
he's a fucking kid, dude. He's a teenager still.
Yeah, like I don't like Kanye for the shit he said about Jews, and like still sometimes I'm listening to Homecoming, it comes on, I'm like, or Barry Bonds. I fucking love that song. Any of his early shit, like fucking Homecoming, Graduation, any of that shit, it comes on, I forget everything he said, and then I remember, I'm like, this song still fucking rocks. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Which is kind of the ultimate flex as an artist. Do you think artists go super, they try and get fucked up? Like, they try and fuck up their name so they can prove how good their art is? Dude, you think that's why Bill Cosby did what he did? He was like, I'm so funny.
That's actually crazy, because like maybe they're just like it's like what we said earlier, the highs and the lows. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, man, I've been up here too long, man. Let's just fuck my life up real
quick.
Let
me dig a hole.
Let me dig a hole, jump in it, bury myself, and see if I can get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I don't even care what happens to me or my estate. Do people still like my shit?
Yes, exactly. Damn, that's a good point. I never even thought about that.
Yeah, it's a rough road to travel.
Yeah,
for sure. But it's a cool idea, because like, as much as I hate Kanye, those first two like albums are fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
Some of the shit he produced for Jay-Z back in the day, like, and also like I wonder how much of him is like just a manic guy going on a rant too. So like, there's not one perspective. There's a shit ton, but like,
yeah. I mean, imagine how much shit they go through as like celebrities, dude. Like, it's got to be like,
yeah,
just a mental strain, like, constantly, dude, every single day. And then the man went through a divorce, and he's got to deal with shit with his kids and dude. That's got to be a lot for somebody, man. That's why like I like hate some of the shit that he says, but I'm also like, all right, this dude's going through some shit clearly. Like,
yeah. Well, you ever hear Dave Chappelle talk about Martin Lawrence? Like, after Martin Lawrence was seen like naked in the streets holding a gun, like on the middle of like the 101. What? Dave Chappelle's like, Martin Lawrence, I've met him many times, as a normal guy. Clearly the man is going through some shit. That guy is more famous than like he should be, you know? Mm-hmm. And then I started wondering, I started watching the show Gangs of London. You ever seen it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you know. Yeah. So Gangs of London is this really cool show. Did you watch season 2 yet?
I have not. I watched like 2 episodes.
Okay. Yeah, well, there's this whole idea is like all these gangs are fighting for power, and then there's this like overarching investors group that's really calling the shots above them all. And I'm wondering, like, how much of that is true? Like, are there like people that have so much money invested or invest so much money that they like will pull this kind of shit on people? Like, you're doing this fucking movie, I don't want to do this movie. Okay, well, fuck with your family till you do the movie. Like, weird shit like that. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I was thinking that when that CEO got killed the other day.
Dude, that is nuts, dude.
Because it doesn't make sense. I'm like, was he like, I don't want to do this, I want to change a policy? And they were like, no, we're making too much fucking money. And then somebody above whatever
Yeah.
takes him out.
There's way too many. There's too many holes in that story too. Like this man was just waiting for this dude. Like he knew exactly where he was gonna be.
Yeah.
What time it was gonna be. All
Yeah.
that shit. That's crazy, dude. That's like some like hired hitman type shit.
And the weird thing is, everybody's celebrating this kid. They're like, "Oh, he's hot." Have you seen this on the internet? Like, people are like, "Let him go, he's hot." And then there's people celebrating the murder of this guy because they're like, "It was a CEO, like, eat the rich, whatever." And they're so brutal about it that I'm like, based on what I saw this person do on the footage you had, and this weird, like, 20-year-old kid you found, doesn't seem like the same guy.
No.
I mean, maybe it is, maybe I don't know, but like you said, this seemed like a hired hitman.
Yeah.
And they found this guy with a backpack and a manifesto in it. I'm like, you just plan a manifesto on somebody, you were so guilty. If you pulled out your pocket to like grab like a cigarette and your manifesto falls out, you're going to jail.
Literally,
You're
yeah.
going to jail immediately if the manifesto falls out. Like, all you got to do is plan a manifesto on somebody.
That's wild, dude. It just doesn't it doesn't make any sense to me either. Like what like you said, like what was the point of that? You know, like
I don't know. Like it could be somebody who was fucked over by the system and just felt like, fuck, this is crazy. Could be just some deranged kid. But you know what?
But
I feel like that would happen more often.
It takes a lot, dude, to like find somebody like that, dude. That's why, like I said, I think this shit came from higher up, man. Like,
It had to have. And then like, are people like doing that kind of shit? Like this kid got compromised and like, fine, if you don't want your family to. I've been watching way too many movies, man, if that isn't clear. But like, sometimes I do wonder, like, I'm like, this shit doesn't seem normal. And then the way they spin the PR around it, like now it's this like hot kid that like all the girls are like, let him go, he's innocent. And then all the people are like, well, he killed the
it's gonna be a
CEO.
fucking TikToker, dude, or some shit.
Yeah, it's very like French Revolution, eat the rich kind of thing that I feel like we're living in. And I do feel like people are upset, but like the people who are celebrating are like somewhere in Williamsburg, Brooklyn, who don't know they're rich, but are fucking rich because the studio costs $7,500 a month. They're like, fuck the system.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I bet they planted those 1,000 bottles of baby oil on Diddy.
Yeah. No, I think Diddy did it.
I mean, bro, like I was gonna say, I'm like, that's a little far fetched, man. Like you telling me this man didn't notice somebody loading pallets of baby oil into his fucking bathroom?
You notice that we always have a fucking pedophile who brings in high-end people. Like first it was Jeffrey Epstein, then obviously he hung himself at his cell, like we all know, and now it's Diddy. Like it's like they always have somebody that can connect a bunch of people and at any time take you down. Like, oh, you don't want to be named in this, you know?
Yep.
I think that's just interesting. Because it's an interesting way to cancel people if you want to.
I wonder if they're ever gonna come after Drake. He seems like he's like untouchable.
How do you? Well, no, they did. Kendrick came after Drake,
He did. He sure.
and I
fuck
think
did,
Drake
bro.
hasn't recovered.
No, I mean no. He not really. There's not really anything for him to recover from.
I
If
disagree.
you just look at the numbers, bro, he's the most popular. He's the top artist pretty much.
I don't doubt that. I do think they push streams, and I do think what he did before he did really. And when I say push streams, they push streams for everybody, so he's not unique. But he was the top artist prior to this, and with such a substantial lead that I don't think he was going to drop. That being said, I think Drake. I would listen to people be like top 5 rappers, Biggie, Drake, all that shit. Drake is now off that list forever. He didn't have a rebuttal. He didn't say shit. It sucked. Kendrick just destroyed him as a rapper. He could be an R&B artist all day long. He is just not a fucking MC or a rapper. And I never thought he was. But I think people are starting to come to that
As
conclusion.
far as being a rapper, no,
But people used to name him.
he is a. I'll say this out loud. He is a fucking pop artist, bro. I don't care who
Yeah.
he raps with or who he gets.
He's
who-
2020 Boys to Men.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much, yeah. But also too, as far as like in the game, he's still at the top. You know, he's still above Kendrick. No matter how hard Kendrick roasted the shit out of him, he's still gonna be above him because look, this is the hard truth. Nobody gives a shit about like actual real hip hop anymore, and it sucks.
I wouldn't say nobody. Kendrick is a big artist, and
He is a big artist,
So
but-
is J. Cole. But I agree, Drake is bigger.
That's really, it just comes down to like people don't appreciate real hip hop. They don't appreciate real lyricism.
Who's the GOAT then?
Yeah, who's the GOAT?
Yeah.
That's hard, man. I can't let. It's hard for me to answer that because after becoming a DJ, I noticed I listen to so much more music.
Who's the most influential rapper?
I'm going to say Nick's questions because nobody can hear you. Who's the most influential rapper, Nick asked, in the last 20 years? So since 2004. Since early 2000s hip-hop, who's been the most influential?
That's hard, man. Well, all right. If you're looking at earlier. If
you're going to say Wayne. Nick is the biggest Lil Wayne fan.
Well, look, if you're talking about early 2000s, I mean, two people come to mind, and that would definitely be Lil Wayne would be one of them, and Ludacris.
What about Jay-Z? What about the Blueprint?
Yeah. So look,
H to the Izzo.
I was never. Well, I like Jay-Z's older stuff for sure.
Okay.
His newer stuff, not so much.
I like a couple songs on 444, but no, I'm talking about like Blueprint era, Renegade, all that shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely give him his accolades, but in my opinion, like I'm looking at like consistency over like across the board. Lil Wayne and fucking Ludacris all day. Because,
is that early 2000s or is that late 2000s though? Like that's like 2008.
Well, if you think about it, both of them like were
Ludacris, yes,
always on the board. They were an artist that never fell off. That's another reason why like I'll shit talk Drake because he is kind of a pop artist, but also too once he got in the game, he was consistent across the board too. Like every single thing that he made was popular.
I have a personal hatred towards Drake. Hatred, not a hatred. I have a personal like dislike of his music. I just think I get it's catchy. Mm-hmm. One, I don't think he's a rapper. He's always kind of portrayed himself as that, so I don't feel like he's authentic. And two, I just like Hotline Bling. Like what? Like it's just. Can we try harder?
That man got roasted so hard for that fucking dance. He got roasted so hard. The memes that came out of that shit, bro.
No, but it's that. And then he wears a fucking spacesuit and like talks to girls as they throw panties on him on stage. I get it. It's cool, but I'm like, this is, dude. He is Taylor Swift, but for women who want to fuck. You know what I mean? Like
100%.
He's for women.
That's exactly why he's at his top status.
Correct. Too. You gotta fucking get the bitches up. You get the bitches dancing and you have a fucking you're a star.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dude, that's why he collabs with some of these art like perfect example. He collabed with Sexy Red, who in my opinion is probably one of the worst artists I've ever.
I was gonna ask your opinion. Yeah, what is that dog shit?
It's terrible. It's absolutely fucking terrible.
We're gonna film a music video for no money outside a Waffle House. That I actually liked. I like the fucking grassroots. Let's make a music video. Yeah. But then you hear it, and you're like, okay, this should just be on some weird corner of YouTube with 340 views.
But dude, look.
But now it's a Billboard song.
Do you see what he did though? He featured her one fucking time, dude, or two times, however many, and now she's like one of the biggest artists ever. Like,
you think is that how she blew up via Drake feature?
I think that's a majority of it for sure.
Okay,
yeah.
I don't know the Sexy Red lore.
She's got some like crazy fucking.
What is this?
Which one is that? Ski. Oh, Ski. Yeah.
We can just watch the video. We can't play the sound.
Anything that's like so catchy, like for people to sing it, like it's just gonna grab the attention. The problem is this shit grabs the attention of these fucking kids, and they sing the fuck out of it, and they request the fuck out. Like I get
and people make music like this now because of her.
Because yeah, 100%.
And it's trash.
It's terrible.
We can't just ironically appreciate Sexy Red.
Well, and the other thing too is like
I didn't mean to interrupt. You get requests.
Oh yeah, for Sexy Red, yeah, all the time. Like, can you I'll play like 3 Sexy Red songs in a row, and they're like, "Can you play Sexy Red?" And I'm just like, "Yeah."
Is that the worst thing for you? Like, there's no fucking good. This isn't good music. You're gonna think I'm a shitty DJ because I'm just playing Sexy Red.
No, I mean,
I guess you mix it to make it better.
Yeah, like so like the thing too is like if I'm playing Sexy Red, I can mix out of it pretty quickly. Like I can be like I play like a chorus and a verse, and I'm out that shit. You know, and like. I'll
Sex-
give it to her. Her beats are
Yeah.
catchy. You know, she sampled some of her beats from like really good songs. Like what is it? Fuck, I can't remember. The name of
Pound
the song.
Town, My Pussy Pink, My Booty Hole Brown.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? That's
Words to Live
terrible.
by Sexy Red.
Get It Sexy. That one's not like absolutely terrible, but it's still terrible. But
Yeah.
that's one I get a lot. But then you have like these other artists, like another one that I think is a low key kind of underrated is Glorilla. Glorilla is actually pretty decent.
No, Glorilla is great. Do you ever watch that fucking where the Llama Red Pajama where they read the book? Corey, look up Llama Red Pajama. So my favorite so far. So they have this Dr. Seuss book, and they will have rappers like rap the Dr. Seuss book called Llama Red Pajama.
Oh shit.
And like every major artist has done it. It's kind of like Sway what are those? Where like Sway's like freestyle for me. And my favorite is her. And well, do you know who that Mexican OT is?
That Mexican OT, yeah.
I fucking love him.
Yep.
We can put the volume up on this. Yeah, so they just rap the fucking
dude,
lyrics.
see, look, when did this come out? Like, what year is this?
7 years ago.
7 years ago, dude.
What was?
14.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude. This dude could still
16.
produce a fucking album now, dude, all day.
No, 2017. Yeah, listen to this one. Turn it up. She got that Memphis accent that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
She has good flow though, dude.
She does. Good flow, bad eyelashes, but I like her. After this, put on that Mexican OT. He's got my favorite one. But that's how I learned about Glorilla. I was like, oh, she's kind of cool. And then like I found a few of her songs, and I was like, oh, I like her.
So like, you know what I preach about her too? And
That
like,
first one right there, you can do the short.
She has like a genuine, like really like good flowy kind of voice too.
Yes. And he switches it up and moves it down an octave. It's sick. He rolls every R. It's such like an old school Texas thing.
I like that.
Yeah. I love that he does a bunch of songs. He does a song with Paul Wall too. I fucking love that Mexican OT. But yeah, Glorilla and that Mexican OT did my two favorites. You should check these out because they have like every artist puts their own spin on it.
I like that.
And
I
a
never even
lot
knew
of people
about that.
can't do it. Like they had like Lil Yachty do it and he sucked.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You want to do it?
Hell no.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
All right, we're gonna do something different real quick. I'm just gonna fire off some questions for you, and I just want you to say the first thing that comes to mind, and we'll go. All right, what do you think keeps you motivated?
I don't know, man. I guess for me, what keeps me motivated is just I want to keep reaching for that like next level, and I don't even know what that next level is, but I know I want it, whatever it is, whether it's producing music or maybe I'm playing at a festival or I don't know. Like I don't know where this is gonna take me, but that's just kind of like my motivation there. The money's obviously good, but I think overall it's just like the satisfaction of like creating a vibe with people and like making like memorable moments with like people too. Because I've gotten so many like positive reactions from like just DJing like in general, and it's like crazy too because it's like you don't really think you're doing that much, but you're doing a lot. You're like people like remember me, and I don't really expect them to either. Like I was just in San Diego. And I was in front of people I've never been in front of ever in my life.
Yeah, you had mentioned that before we started. You were doing what was it called?
December Nights.
December Nights for like how many people?
Well, overall, the whole like festival, whatever the fair was, it's like 150,000 people.
It's insane, dude. It's
and
so
I've
fucking
never
cool.
and like I didn't know what the vibe was in Cali. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna I'm gonna like feel them out, you know. And I was playing 90s hip hop, 90s house. I was playing 2000s throwbacks, like EDM, like everything, dude. And they were loving it. And they were like, "You're like one of the best DJs we've ever heard." And I'm like, "Holy shit, this is crazy." Yeah, it felt good. Just shit like that, man, like makes me feel good, and I like that, and it motivates me to want to be more. Like I'm like, what's gonna be my next step? What's gonna be my next move?
Yeah, fuck yeah. All right, I think let's talk about goals. Like, where do you see yourself? Like, what is your like aspirational goal for this? Like you said, like I want to get to the next level. I don't know what that is. Like, if you had to like tell me what is your goal?
I definitely want to be a producer. I want to be able to produce music. Genre wise, I don't know yet. I think I want to do maybe some hip hop and maybe some like EDM kind of stuff, but I want it to be like catchy, like EDM, you know, like something that I'm gonna like personally, but also that everybody else is gonna like something that like I want that like beat or like that music or that drop that like gives you fucking goosebumps when you hear it. Like you'll fucking rewind that bitch several times on your fucking Apple Music, you know? Like that's what I want. That'd be my ultimate goal.
So your ultimate goal is just you want to curate a feeling in a lot of people.
Yeah. And look, if that means, you know, I get 100 followers and, you know, I don't get that big, that's cool with me. Yeah. As long as I'm happy with my own music.
You like being creative.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to be a fucking Drake.
Yeah.
You know, like the man just, you know, follows like the trends or like tries to create a trend that people are going to follow because he thinks that might be the cool thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. You want to do what you find is authentic. What do you, for both your motivation and your goals, outside of like any artist specifically, somebody from your life, who motivates, who do you think of the most as like inspiration?
Oof. I would say, there's quite a few people. My teacher, he's a huge inspiration for me. His name is Mars or Marcellus. You
don't know his name?
Well, Mars is for short. Marcellus is like his full name. But he was my teacher. He really inspired me because he took me under his wing and he was willing to show somebody that had no idea what the fuck they were doing, like how to do this, how to DJ. DJ Speed's one of my huge inspirations. I mean, this dude has a picture with every famous like hip hop artist you could think of. Outkast, DMX, Ludacris.
Fuck yeah.
All these Biggie. Dude, he has pictures with all these people. He DJ'd B96 Bash back in the day, dude. Like he's
nice.
Huge inspiration.
Yeah.
DJ Flipside, DJ WizKid. These are all like really inspiring DJs for me because they set themselves apart from a lot of other DJs. They can scratch, they can do wordplay, they can do all forms of like DJing that, you know, not everybody can do. Yeah. And they have their own kind of like unique style to what they do too. You know, if you listen to one after the other, you can tell the difference with every single one of them.
What's the greatest joy you have in life?
DJing.
DJ?
Yeah.
What's your favorite Chicago food?
Favorite Chicago food? Hot dogs for sure. Glizzy's.
You got a spot?
A favorite spot? I would say probably Michael's in Highland Park.
Oh my God, I fucking love that place.
Is it the shit, bro?
Oh
it's so good.
God. The cheese fries are unreal.
The Merck's cheese, dude.
Any place that has Merck's cheese, I fuck with. Dude, the cheese fries are unreal. The hot dogs are just good. They got a good snap to them. I remember going as a kid and they would have that statue of the waiter. It was the hands with the giant tray on it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, yep.
Oh man, and then you had a little arcade there. We would go there when I was like a young kid. They had another one in Buffalo Grove, but that one closed down.
Oh, I didn't know they had a second one.
Yeah. All right, so Michael's, that's awesome. Who's your favorite artist?
Favorite artist? That's a hard one. If I had to pick one, Chris Brown all day.
All right.
Yep.
Because how we handled the Rihanna situation, obviously. Respect him. No, I'm just fucking with you. That's awesome. I dig Chris Brown. He's a really good dancer. People don't give him a lot of credit for that. He's an amazing dancer.
Wait, who's your favorite artist?
Musically?
Musically, yep.
My all-time favorite artist Oh, that's such a hard question.
Yeah, it's not as easy.
You're not supposed to interview Brad.
Yeah, no. I said no personal questions. No, my all-time favorite artist is probably Kevin Gates.
Kevin Gates?
No, I'm fucking with you.
Wait, for real or not?
No, he's probably. I do love Kevin Gates. No way he's my all-time favorite artist, but I fucking listen to that shit all the time. So my workout playlist is Mexican OT and Kevin Gates. My like chillin' playlist is almost all reggae and like some hip hop mixed in there, and then like maybe some like 30-year-old like rock like Red Hot Chili Peppers. You know, things people my age should be listening to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, appropriate shit. When I think of my all-time favorite artists, I want to say the Rolling Stones. They have the most songs that I love and I want to hear. I don't want to say them at first because they're kind of an old band and they're old people now. But like I think they have the most like if somebody's like put something on, I'd probably put on like Beast of Burden by the Rolling Stones.
Okay.
That's my answer.
Respect.
Yeah.
Never really played that.
Yeah, I don't play that a lot. I play a lot of Mac Miller. But like if I'm thinking like all time, you know, we're going like all time.
We're talking all time, like my first.
I was for my Spotify rap. We should do our Spotify raps. My number one was I was actually in the top 0.00008% of Mexican OT.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Let's compare our Spotify raps, and we're gonna get out of here.
So I don't use Spotify. I use Apple Music, but
Do you get it wrapped?
I do. It's God damn it. You're gonna no. I'm gonna get judged so hard for this. Because so like you know how like at the end of the year it gives you like all your stats and shit for your.
Yeah, that's how I know how I'm the 0.00008% of Mexican OT. Shout out to that Mexican OT if you're listening. We'd love to have you on. Also, shout out to my buddy Bass Violator and Free Drugs, two really good DJs out in New York. I think we're talking about DJing.
So so Spotify gives you like that whole like what did you play for the
Here it
year,
is.
all that
Yeah.
shit. Fuck.
All right, so number one for me, that Mexican OT. 2, Action Bronson. 3, Mac Miller. 4, Post Malone. 5, Big Crit. And you know what? I stand by my list. I like everything on here.
That's for the year, right?
That's for the year.
Fuck. All right.
I love Big Crit.
Judge me, whatever.
We listen and we don't judge.
No, we listen and we judge. Dagny's not
Judge
going to
the
judge
fuck
you,
outta
but I
me.
am.
All right, so for the year, number 1 is Drake.
Here, now I see why you're defending Drake. All right.
Number 2 is Galantis. If you don't know who that is, a very
don't.
big EDM artist,
Okay.
like OG EDM artist. They're fucking amazing. Number 3 is 21 Savage,
Okay.
which is another artist I forgot to bring up because I really do. I thought he was shit at first.
Yeah.
Because what is it? The what's that that YouTube video they do where they bring in like new artists.
Talking about the freshman.
Freshman XSL. So when I first heard that, I was like, who the fuck are these artists? But then I actually listened to 21 Savage and I was like, okay, I fuck with him because he's actually got a good flow. Yeah, perfect example. They put him with shit artists too.
That's hard when you have a shitty come up group. Like I remember Action Bronson's, and there was a fuck ton of people that were in it that were good. J. Cole brought up like Earth Gang and fuck. You listen to Earth Gang ever?
I don't think I've ever listened to
Oh, I love Earth Gang. They're part of which J. Cole's label? Dreams.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember the name of it.
Oh yeah, Juice WRLD was in it. Juice WRLD's not shit.
No, that wasn't Juice WRLD. That was Lil Uzi Vert.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fuck him.
I felt
I mean, this is definitely not his best work.
no, hell no. He got stuck with like
I mean, everything he's doing sucks. But I do like him as an artist. Is that Lil Yachty?
yeah.
And he's got Kodak Black's back there. I saw him. He didn't get. That is Juice WRLD, by the way. I think.
No, that's Lil Uzi. Dude, I watched a roast where the dude roasted.
You're right. That is Lil Uzi.
Freshman XXL. They roasted this one. They roasted the other one, and It's fine. I'm gonna have to send it to you. It's great.
All right. Well, 21
All right,
Savage.
all right.
Don't get shy
So,
now.
Number 1, Drake. Number 2, Galantis.
3 is 21 Savage.
Number 3, 21 Savage. Number 4, Chris Brown, and number 5 was Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, I mean that's a fine list. There's nothing wrong with that. There's
Yeah,
nothing. There's nothing too bad there.
No.
Just the Drake. But that's cool. You're number 1 artist. All right, man. I got 2 more questions for you. Then we're gonna get out of here.
Cool.
We'll do them quick. I actually, before I do that, I got to do a cool thing. I've done it for the past couple years. Do you know who Louis the Child is? So a couple of my homies, Louis the Child, if we could pull them up too. They're a pretty big EDM band.
Okay.
But they wanted to mix comedy with EDM. So once a year in Brooklyn, they do the Brooklyn Mirage.
Okay.
And they've been inviting me to come headline the comedy portion and like curate it and put it together. And it's been dope as fuck. It's been like a fun combo for me. But this is them. It's more like poppy EDM. It's not like dubstep.
Ain't nothing
or
wrong with
anything.
that. There's so many different kinds of EDM too.
Yeah, this is them. They're pretty cool. I mean, this girl's just a feature. But it was fun as fuck, dude. There was 10,000 people there. I'd never done a show like that. And like did my shit, then got fucked up and watched them like destroy after until 5 a.m.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's them. They're really good. We should talk. Maybe we could have you do it next year because they always find like some artists to do like the opening sets.
Okay.
And they just randomly got this guy, Hey Conrad, last year. But like you should totally do it. You should also meet my buddy Mowley, who's Bass Violator and Free Drugs on Spotify and like all this shit.
Okay.
He's really into it. He just got put on by Funk Master Flex.
Oh.
He lives out in Brooklyn now, but he's doing really good. I think you guys would get along because you would. I find similar about you guys is Molly loves creativity and so do you, more for the goal of like being creative and like even from like a spiritual and like advancement perspective in life, like just wanting to create things and put stuff out there. And I feel like you guys would vibe. But okay, 2 more questions. We're gonna get out of here.
Before you give me the 2 questions, I got to give a shout out to my boy LG. He's the reason that I got to go to San Diego because he put me on.
LG, shout
the guy
out
that
LG.
brought us out there. The guy who brought us out there. His name is Chad Blackburn. Almost Famous Entertainment. Shout out to you too. But LG is also another inspiration. He's given me like a lot of opportunities, and he's a goat, man. He's that's him in the flyer right there. He is a very talented DJ. He's been DJing for like 14 years, and we met my first year going to a DJ conference, and we've just been like super close. So
Hell yeah.
He's a huge part of like my DJ career.
Love it, man. That's dope. All right, what's your favorite gig you've done so far? Was it this one?
Man, that's a hard one, dude.
It should be this one.
If we're talking DJ gig,
I guess.
No, this is awesome though because I've never been on a podcast before, so
Yeah.
I didn't really know what to expect.
Yeah, act like you've been here before, right?
Yeah, exactly. I know my way around a mic, you know. Favorite event? That's hard, man. I think I would have to say this past Black Wednesday was probably one of my favorites. Like, I mean, ask Corey. That was the production.
Oh yeah, at McHenry.
Was flipping insane.
Hell yeah. I've done comedy at the Vixen. It's a cool theater.
Yeah, I felt like if you ever want to do comedy there, by the way, again, I will gladly put in the word for you because they.
I do it all the time. I know them so super well.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Let me know when you're there next. I would definitely come see your show.
Yeah, it's a tough drive for me, and it's on a Wednesdays when they do the comedy. Because otherwise they do shit like that, or like they're big cover band people up there.
Yeah.
It used to be a movie theater.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's nutty. I saw the production for like Black Wednesday, and I was so impressed. Like, and they were so on top of their shit with everything.
That's awesome. This is it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the Vixen. I know that stage. It's so
Yeah.
funny to do comedy there because there's like 19 monitors pointing at you. Mm-hmm. You're like, I don't need any of these.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I'm like, I'm always getting blasted with sound, but I like love it. I'm like, I feel like I'm out in the crowd and shit.
Got a little Doja Cat going.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I dig
That
it.
was such a vibe, dude. I love that place. Yeah. That's like off the top of my head too. Like I don't.
Yeah, these are off the top of your head questions. I mean,
Yeah.
this doesn't go on your permanent record. Remember permanent records?
Oh, dude.
People used to say, like, where is my permanent record? Deans would always be like, this is going to go on your permanent record. Where is it?
Right.
No
Like,
one's
I'm like-
brought up
I'm like,
if
I've
I
never
miss
seen-
chemistry.
I've never seen this permanent record of what you speak of. Like, is this even a real thing? Like,
All right, one final question. Let's think of a good one. What is... Okay. You're a car guy, right?
used to be.
Used
but,
to be? What does
yeah.
that mean?
I kind of removed myself from the game because I got out of one vehicle, which Corey knew my car pretty well. It was an 800 horsepower Honda Civic. And it was a
Nice.
fucking monster.
Sleeper?
Dude. Yeah, it was, well, except for the giant ass 4-inch exhaust coming out of the hood.
Oh. Out of the hood?
Out of the hood.
That's
Yep.
sick.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was a fun car. Good old Papa Smurf, man. That thing was a beast. I got out of that car and I got into 2JZ game, and I was in the middle of building an IS300, and it was a fucking clean one. Too.
I had an IS300.
Yeah, bro.
But I had like a stock one from the dealership.
This thing was
I don't know how to do
ridiculously
things.
clean. Like, yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Dude, that thing was like that. You could eat off that thing, dude. It was so nice.
Can we see the Civic?
This was his SC.
The SC was pretty disgusting too. Yeah, that one was after the IS.
What's
Yeah,
that guy? Is that
that's another IS. I had like 3 ISs.
The IS was probably my favorite car I ever had, and I've been looking at. So there's 2 cars I've been looking at right now.
Oh, that was my Civic. That thing.
Oh, I see it. That's great. The blue one.
Yep.
It's sick.
That thing was a fucking monster, dude.
There's now the IS 500 that I've been eyeing, which is like just
Ooh.
like a fucking race car, but it's like a bucket of a car. But I was like, I kind of want it. That and then the Mercedes SE63. Ooh.
I would stick with the. I think that was like low boost too. I would stick with the Lexus because
I mean, Lexuses just last forever.
exactly, it's a Toyota. It's literally a Toyota.
100
Oh,
I mean, yeah, that's what it is.
yeah.
Oh my god, that's fucking sick, dude.
The fucking turbo, dude, was like it was like this, dude. It was ridiculous. that thing was like. And like when it idled, dude, it sounded like people like got a V8 under the hood. I'm like, nah, dude, it's 4-cylinder.
It was a 4-cylinder
It was
IS.
Yeah. No. Oh, well, no. This is the Civic.
Oh, the
but-
Civic. You're
yeah,
right.
yeah. The whole reason I got rid of that car was I kept breaking turbo manifolds, and they were like $1,000 a piece.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
So after I got out of the IS 300, I got an Audi A6 with a supercharger, and that was fun. But the supercharger kept breaking, and I don't know who designed it. The supercharger's on the bottom of the engine, so anytime
Fucking
they'd have
German,
to fix
bro.
something,
They fucking make everything.
you got to
difficult.
lift the whole engine out of the car. And after the second time it happened, I was like, I need out. And I fucking got rid of it. I sold it at a loss because I bought it from a fucking Persian guy with a tattoo on his neck that said "Trust no bitch." And I fucking trusted
for
that
real?
bitch. I'm not even kidding. Yeah, I remember sitting there signing papers, being like, "Do I trust him? should I buy?" Immediately, they're like, "Yeah, it's heavily leaking fluid coolant." When I brought it in, like it just had so many problems. And I called him, and he was like, "You bought the car? Fuck you,
Pass
buddy."
on that, dude.
100%. All right. So my question was, what is your favorite car of all time?
Oof. Favorite of all time.
Well, you can give me an all time and like a modern car that you would buy.
Favorite car of all time would probably be a Aventador.
Okay.
Yep. That would
Lamborghini?
be- yeah, Lamborghini Aventador.
Like particular
I would
year, or
twin-
just any.
any twin turbo that bitch and call it a day, dude.
Fuck yeah.
I like the Centenario, but I bet the doors are more practical.
Yeah.
As far as
Yeah,
practicality
exactly, yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite car that you would like want to own, like that you would actually buy right now?
Honestly, bro, I would probably either buy another IS
S300.
and make it a
Why
fucking-
300? Why not 350?
Well, they don't. That body style that I had, they don't make that in a 350. That's like the older. That car was a 2005, I think. Or no,
Oh shit! Okay.
no, like a 2002 or 2003. I would buy a really clean one like that one. I never should have got rid of that one, by the way. And I would make it a fucking little IS 300 Supra, dude.
Hell yeah.
2J in it, or it would be a Supra.
Hell yeah. Oh, Supra?
Yeah,
Old one or new one?
old one.
Yeah.
Old one all day.
The old Supras are pretty sick.
Although, as much as I disliked the newer Supras,
They're pretty cool.
The newer ones are very impressive. They got the B58 in them. It don't take much to make them motherfuckers fast.
I like the new Supras. I'm also really... My buddy drove an FRS for a while.
Okay.
And it was pretty fun to ride in. But then he wrapped it around a tree and put it in a lake.
Oh.
Shout out
nice.
Andrew.
At least he's still with us.
Yeah, no, he's good. He drives a Subaru now.
The 90 Supra is so fucking iconic, dude. It's my buddy and his
sick.
wife both have black ones.
I'm also really into the Lexus, the new GXs. I like the old ones too. But
yeah.
have you seen the new GX off-roads? It just came out this year.
Yep.
Those are fucking sick looking. Oh, that's a cool Supra. Dude, sometimes I see that one. Yeah, it's like, it looks... The first time they redid their body style, so it doesn't look like so much of a mom car, but it's a fucking single chassis off-road monster.
See, that, like, if I could have, like, a race car and a drive around car.
Get around SUV?
It would be a Lexus all day. I don't even care what SUV it is. Like, probably be a GX or an RX all day.
Yeah.
They're like...
It's just so boxy that I like it. And it's also just like a fucking... If you need to get out of a zombie apocalypse, I'm taking a GX all day long. Or a 4Runner.
As much as I dislike in German cars, I would fuck
A
with...
G-Wagon?
No, hell no. Absolutely not. I would do a S-Class with the fucking matte black, fucking black, like murdered out.
Yeah.
All day. Yo, dude,
that's what I was saying earlier. I like the S-Class. And they're fast.
Dude, so
and
fast.
They have one I saw the other day. It was the S63. And it was matte gray. And I looked at it and it was $175,000.
That was I
rethought my whole life.
That was the most genius thing they could have done make factory matte colors for these fucking cars.
Yeah, it's not a wrap.
Nope.
It's not gonna fall off. Yeah, yeah. One of those. They're fucking
beautiful, dude.
Sick, dude.
Oh, God.
That's the 2-door. No, I was looking at the 4-door.
The 4-door
bottom
sure.
left. You see that bottom left guy? Yeah. No, bottom all the way. The gray one. That one. Yeah. You were right. You were on. I didn't see your mouse. Why is it so shiny?
Oh, that's not the flat one. Yeah.
It doesn't matter. People could look it up at home.
The matte color though is gross, dude.
It pops, and they got like the
like a fucking
matte
mob
black.
boss, dude.
Oh yeah, with the tinted windows. You put some gold rims on that. You're a fucking regular Italian mob boss. All right, it's been fun talking to you. Oh yeah. Here we go. Yeah, dude, they're fucking crazy expensive, but they're so cool.
See, and the thing about these things too is they keep putting more and more electronics. Like some of those Mercedes, they have, because one of our my day job's accounts is Mercedes, and they make the whole goddamn dash an LCD screen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bro, can you imagine if somebody broke that shit?
That's what I have, and the whole thing is I don't have that car, but the whole dash is a giant TV, and it's a big TV, but I could like change my displays, put it in sport mode. I could put the navigator over here. I could put it over here.
Like
I can watch YouTube over here while I'm driving.
It's like a distraction.
It kind of is, and a lot of these cars too. Everything's the same. They just change the level of like what the car can do on the computer.
Yep.
So you could just kind of hack into most cars and just crank up the horsepower to like what it's capable of.
Insane.
Yeah. Well, it's been fun talking to you, DJ Rain. Yeah, it's been cool as shit, dude.
Yes, sir.
Any shout outs?
Appreciate you.
Yeah, anything coming up you want to talk about?
We got New Year's coming up. That's
This
a big one.
This one's probably gonna come out like in end of January, early February. So what you doing around then?
Awesome. Well, we got New Year's coming up,
Yep.
which is really, really big. That's I'm gonna be in Indiana for that at the club.
Hell yeah.
We're expecting easily over 3,000 people.
Nice.
Find you.
Yeah, where can people find you?
Oh, like
Where do you want
locally?
them to find you? No, or like on social media where you post about this shit.
I post weekly on social media where I play at. It's official DJ Rain on Instagram. I also have a Facebook account, official DJ Rain as well. If you follow me on there, you'll see my events on my stories. Sometimes I post them, but mostly on my stories. I play. What's that?
They can book you on there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My website's on there. It's officialdjrain.com. I do weddings, mitzvahs. I do every kind of event pretty much. I do clubs and bars. I normally play at this place in Addison. It's called American Tap. That's like my weekly spot on Fridays. Thursdays and Saturdays, I'm in West Lafayette playing for Neon Cactus. I'm one of their resident DJs. And we do, it's pretty much a college bar, so you'll see lots of college kids there. And occasionally I play at the Vixen. I play at Prism for industry nights in the city. So I'm kind of all over the place. But make sure you follow me. Shout out to all my inspirations. Like I said, DJ Speed, DJ WizKid, DJ Flipside, LG, Chad Blackburn, everybody that's put me on. I appreciate y'all so much. And I'm looking forward to leveling up in 2025. I don't know what that's looking like yet, but I know it's going to be a crazy year, and I know there's going to be a lot more crazy events, and I'm really interested to see what happens as far as music, like what direction music's going to go this coming year, because I've noticed music kind of just doing this, and we're kind of hoping for like one of these, you know. But thank you so much for having me on the show, man. I appreciate it.
Fuck yeah, anytime.
Hopefully, you can get me on here again soon.
Yeah, we'll do it again, man. We'll bring the team out, do a what are you doing out in the world thing. Maybe come find you at Prism or whatever this club. What is the club in West Lafayette?
Neon Cactus.
Neon Cactus.
Yep.
Also, not gonna lie, kind of sounds like a cool strip club. But we out. This has been the Chop Shop. This is DJ Rain. I've been Brad. L'chaim.